last year compared to what they're doing this year?
Yeah, it's similar schematically. I think they're doing little things differently in the box. And I think that they've moved some guys around that came back from last year. So they got a couple guys that maybe played a position last year. They're in a different spot this year, but similar schematically. They're good. They're a solid defense. They're one of those teams that are going to kind of line up in the same look every time and get to different things. They play a lot of man coverage, but they will change up with some zones, some cover two stuff. We're going to have to win one-on-one matchups. They pride themselves on stopping the run. You'll see them. They'll load the box. They'll play a 5 down front. We're going to have to be able to push the ball down the field, and we're going to have to be able to be physical in the box to run the ball.
Watching back some of the film from last week, what are some of the things when you guys were really moving the ball well that you see that we like this, and kind of conversely, what are some of the things when you weren't that you see that you maybe could do differently?
Yeah, I think it might sound like a stupid answer, but it comes down to execution. I think 11 guys doing their job, pulling from the same side of the rope, created kind of the momentum that you saw in the first half, as well as just playing overall complementary football as a team. Offense helping the defense helping the offense, having a big impact on special teams. Those were some really good things to see. And then comes the second half, I think offensively, we didn't execute at as high of a level. And there obviously we knew that, they were going to come out swinging, and I don't know that as an offense or myself, I don't know that we handled that all that well.
When it comes to a game like that, I know that you give them a loss, but when you look back at the film and saw how executed the first half was, does that kind of give you a bit positive?
Yeah, I talked about it, after the game, but I do think that there are good things to take now. It's still a loss. It's still disappointing, and it still hurts, and you never want to lose a game. But to kind of understand where you're at, I think that playing a team like that on the road in LA, it was another good kind of measuring stick for us. But we still have to get better. We still have to get a week better. We got to focus on Purdue, but yeah, I think that there are some positives, and you kind of got a glimpse of this is what this offense can be. This is what this team can do when we're firing on all cylinders the way that we were.
Braedyn, from last year to this year, it seems like you made a pretty good stride in terms of navigating the pocket and handling pressure. What are some of the things that you've tried to do in practice and in the offseason to get better at that? Because it's not like it's the same as when the bullets are flying, but it seems like you've made a lot of steps in that area.
Yeah, well, it's I think it still kind of does need some work a little bit. But it kind of comes down to you get back in January, February, you look at yourself last year, and you write down the things, and you kind of tend to write down the same things over and over again. And for me, I think it was just a little bit of an urgency, not being so calm and relaxed in the pocket. That was kind of, it's kind of that balance of you want to be calm and throwing the ball and not all over the place, but you also don't want to be so calm that you're not moving at all. So just kind of balancing that out and understanding how to have urgency and still play with a relaxed feel.
Then he had obviously he had the big catch where you had the long kickoff return. Yeah. Just what kind of stands out to you in terms of what have you seen from him this year, and what kind of stands out when you think about just kind of what he's been bringing to the offense?
Yeah, no, Vinny is a great asset to our team and our offense. Obviously the blazing speed, I would say, is his number one weapon that he has. But he's just a guy, he works extremely hard. He's one of the last guys off the practice field every day. He prides himself on getting better, and I think that from the time that I got here, Vinny has only gotten a lot better, or has only gotten better each and every day. And so, he's starting to reap the benefits of that, and so I'm extremely happy for him, and we're glad he's on our team.